Alright guys, you know it's your boy Cam, Lifetime Views. What we're here to do is help change your life, change your perspective and your outlook on this beautiful world that we live in. So as you can see, beautiful views as promised, always. We are in Spain. We're actually in Madrid, very beautiful place. We're on a rooftop shopping center right now. I think it's level 9. If you guys are in the area, check it out, it's beautiful. But what I want to talk to you today is, I want to brush upon the point of having a state of no mind. I know that might sound a little confusing, but what we want to get to is because when you're coming from a low state of consciousness or a very depressed state, what's going to happen is you're going to have thoughts constantly going through your head. You're going to be running and running and running in your heads, thinking about things that haven't happened yet. You know, like we said before, this might be on past reference points or things that you might have already experienced, but that's going to set into your thinking, and you're going to constantly be in a loop, and you're not going to be able to be in the present moment. We want you to get to the point where you're living your life in the present moment. You're enjoying every single aspect of life. You're not having your thoughts come in and sabotage yourself. You're not having your thoughts come in and not allow you to be in the moment and enjoy the experience that you're in, because life is all about enjoying the present moment. And if you're not enjoying the present moment, then you're not fully taking in life, and really you're not aware of your surroundings because you're blocking yourself in this little box in your head. We want you to break you out of that. We want you to get to the point where there's no mind. Okay, this is like a Buddhism term, or a Buddhist term, where it's almost operating in a place of no mind, where you're just constantly in the moment. Everything is coming, you're accepting, you're aware of your surroundings, and life becomes more meaningful. You start to get more pleasures in life, you start to enjoy the present moment a lot more. For example, say you're eating food in your present moment, the food is going to taste so much better. You know, one way you can experience this, if you're taking a bite of food, just close your eyes, and what that's going to allow you to do is be able to really indulge in the flavors of the food. You know, that's just one little thing, but a thing that would help you get to no mind or to get out of your thoughts, because, you know, if you're coming from a low place of consciousness or a depressed state, just by me saying for you to get out of your thoughts, it's not going to really, you know, that's almost like saying you should take a trip to outer space, which is technically impossible for you, and it's in a different reality. So what we want to do is to help you get to that point where you're having a state of no mind and your thoughts aren't running through your head. We want to practice meditation. This has helped a lot. Back when I was super depressed and went through my anxieties and all of this, I needed meditation in order to silence my mind, to stop the thoughts constantly coming, to make a decision not to allow my thoughts to take over my world and my reality, my universe, to not allow me to go into my depressed state. Because I tend to find that if you're having thoughts run through your head constantly, it's going to put you in a depressed state, because you're going to be, once you start having a negative thought, you're going to have 12 more thoughts to compound that negative thought and make it even worse than what it is. You're going to put yourself in a box. You're going to put yourself in a zone that's just going to make you more depressed, and you're going to keep spiraling. So we want you to get out of that. You know, in other videos they'll talk about how to, when you have a negative thought, all you gotta do is take yourself outside of yourself, realize you're having that thought, look at that thought, see if it's helping you or not helping you, and then you can decide to switch the thought into a more positive one. But back in the regard of a no mind, we want you to not even have thoughts, so to speak. Have thoughts logically, so if you need to make a decision, you can make thoughts, or you can make the decision based on logical thoughts. But if you want to go out through daily life without having thoughts interrupt the process of being in the present moment. So meditation really helped with me, because, you know, I always had thoughts running through my head. I always was depressed. I always had these negative thoughts that weren't going to help me. So what I had to do was I had to step outside of myself, do meditation. Guided meditation I would definitely recommend, because what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to listen to something, and your thoughts are now on what you're listening to, so they're not running through your head constantly. And that way you're silencing your mind, you're silencing your negative thoughts, you're silencing your ego, which is a very big one, because your ego is an identity that you built up over past paradigms, people's thoughts of you, past reference experiences, things that have influenced you in your life, or things that you built up to who you think you are. And the ego is going to block life. Ego is going to block a lot of things that are going to make your life wonderful. They're going to make it such an amazing place that we live in, you know. It's going to shape your perspective, your thoughts. You're going to have more negative thoughts, you know, depending on certain things. You might have judgments going into situations, so we want to block you from having that ego mindset, and it gets you more closer to that no mind. So meditation is definitely key, guided meditation if you can't meditate by yourself. And just know that just by meditating, you know, it's not going to happen overnight, you know. These thoughts aren't just going to go away. They're not just going to be like, say, rain and turning into evaporating into the clouds. It's not going to be like that, okay? It's going to take a little bit of work, but I'm telling you, man, the work is worth it, because after you get out of that negative thought patterns and just being in a state of peace, we want to get to that internal peace, because if you have that internal peace and that relaxation, what that's going to allow you to do is you're going to be comfortable in every moment. You're going to be able to bring in the totality of life, because it's no longer going to be stressful. You're not going to have anxiety coursing through your body 24/7. You're going to be at a place of internal bliss, and that's where we want you to get that internal bliss. When you go into an atmosphere where you don't know anybody, you can walk into, own the place. You can have a great time. You can be the life of the party. You know, that might not be able to fit into your reality right now, because maybe you're like, you know, in a place where I used to come from, where I wasn't a social butterfly. I was very dormant. I was very into myself. You know, I was a very, very, very deep introvert. And now I'm becoming an outroverted introvert, to the point where I'm more outroverted, because I love sharing myself and bringing myself to the table. But I wasn't able to do that before, because I was such in a box. I was such an introvert, and I was allowing my thoughts to take over my mind. It put me in a depressive state, and I didn't want to do that. So it took a lot for me to get here. So just know it's not going to be easy. You know, it's going to be a journey, but I'm telling you, the journey is so worth it because of the person that you become. And when you are living your best life, and when you are 5 to 10 years down the road, and you are now saying, wow, my life is beautiful, you know, I love traveling, I love going to a party and being the life of the party, and bringing so much fun to everyone else, instead of being selfish and just thinking how people are thinking about me, or if they're talking, if they're laughing about me. Instead, what you're doing is you're bringing all the energy and everyone to other people, instead of focusing on yourself. Because when you're focusing on yourself, you're being selfish, and we want to get you out of that selfish mindset. But unfortunately, when you're coming from a low state of consciousness or a depressed state, you know, it's all you think about yourself is because you're having selfish thoughts, you're having depressed thoughts, you're having negative thoughts, and we want to build you and grow you up out of that. So guys, I would highly recommend guided meditation. I think that's very beautiful. You're going to learn how to separate your thoughts from who you are. And what that's going to allow you to do is have that more internal peace, and then you're going to get addicted to that internal peace, and then you're going to be able to take further steps into that, you know? You're going to be able to analyze your thoughts at that point. You're going to be able to step outside and say whether these thoughts are for me or whether they're not for me, whether they're going to help me push me in the right direction or push me further back from where I need to be. And that's a beautiful thing, guys. But once again, you know, it's your boy Kale, Lifetime Views. You know, I'm just here to change your day, change your life, change your mindset. But with that, guys, have a great day, have a great week, have a great month, have a great rest of your life.